Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to your 2021 yearly tarot forecast. We are going to look at a lot of different aspects of your year and how the eclipses for 2021 are going to impact you and affect you. But we're going to start with the spirit animal that is working with you and walking with you in 2021. So let's see which animal is coming through for you guys. Okay, so you've got the hummingbird coming through, and it says confidence, motion, adventure. You are being guided to be grateful of the many relationships within your life, including the one you have with yourself. You possess the power to attract positive change in your life, expand and stretch yourself in new ways. Love yourself unconditionally, and the world will do the same. Oh, Scorpio, 2021 is a year of sweetness for you, a year of being in your sweeter emotions, feeling love, feeling giddy, feeling joy, feeling butterflies, feeling happiness, feeling the sweetness, the essence of life pulsating through you, through each and every moment and experience. All right, so with the hummingbird coming in, it's time for sweetness, for love, for happiness, for rapid movement. And some of you, it's like this big, beautiful new adventure is showing up in 2021. And birds in general are going to speak to you and communicate with you through 2021, Scorpio. Pay attention to that. All the different birds that just seem to be like showing up in your journey each day. You know, it could be a rare bird, it could be a hummingbird, it could be a crow, it could be a robin, it could be anything. But there's a special bird that's going to start appearing to you through 2021. The hummingbird is coming in to say, hey, I'm sprinkling sweetness along your journey for 2021. That's what this year is all about for you. However, my brethren, my kin are also working with you and guiding you. And so each of you, there's a different bird that's going to come in and make itself very, very known to you in 2021. When that happens, look deeper into the spiritual meaning of that particular bird. And also when that bird is appearing, look around you, pay attention to signs and synchronicities, as well as what your intuition is telling you in that moment. So let's pull some cards to look at the different months of the year, the highlights. All right, January through March, we have friends and colleagues, so people. The first 3 months of the year for you, Scorpio, are very much focused on relationships, on connections, old connections, new connections, severing connections. I feel like a lot of movement of energy and like a clearing of fake people, shallow connections, like how do I want to put this? Also, okay, it's not that you have all these fake people around you, but I feel that some of your relationships and your connections have gone cold, have kind of grown shallow and superficial, and you are becoming aware of that as you end 2020, and as you come into 2021, you're gonna kind of really put a lot of distance between you and those connections, because there's other people coming in, but there's also some relationships that are going to grow stronger, some quite unexpectedly. It's like people that you were once close to, those energies have kind of like drifted, and then people that you were just kind of acquaintance with or just kind of know, those people are coming in and you're growing roots with them. So a big shifting of relationships and connections the first 3 months of the year. All right, that doesn't mean like everybody you know is shifting out of your experience, but just relationships that you've fallen, like you and this person have fallen out of alignment with each other. You're going to kind of grow more distant, but that's happening to create the room for a lot of really new, beautiful connections that you're going to grow roots in its sweetness. All right, look at this. So the highlighted energy for April through June is the dark thoughts. And you see this person walking through this maze of darkness, of shadow. What that tells me is, from this shifting of relationships in your life, of connections, it's really going to pull you out of a dark space. There's people around you, you know, you guys being a water sign, you are empathetic, or empathic, and you absorb energy and emotions of others, okay? You just naturally do that, and you feel things deep down into your core. And there's been people around you that really bring you into this space, and you may be consciously aware of it or not. It's just their energy, their attitude, the way they perceive things, the things that they say, the things that they do. And you know, maybe you feel that you have a shield that, you know, is like their energy doesn't penetrate, but it does. You know, when you're around negative, sour people every single day, even if you love them and you have connection, over time that really wears down on you. It sucks your energy, and you don't realize the level of unhappiness or the heaviness that you carry of emotion and energy that's not your own until you're away from those connections. And so I do see that happening for Scorpio. It's like time for the energy vampires to exit the stage. They're no longer part of the play here. They're not included in the next act of your story, Scorpio. And look at that. Yes, this is beautiful. July through September, we have cycles and we have new beginnings. And we do have 2 eclipses, one at the end of May, one at the beginning of June. And I feel those eclipses are really opening up a new pathway for you, and brand new, fresh start, new beginning. You could have a major, major change mid-year, which could be like you're moving homes, and it being a big change is like maybe where you've lived there for many, many years, and so this is going to be the first move in many years. Or maybe you're finally going to be able to buy a house, or maybe you're moving state or country, you know, or moving in with somebody. There's just a very big change mid-year. This could also be job-wise, okay? It's like whatever wasn't there the first half of the year is now coming into focus, into being the second half of the year. So July through September. I was about to say May through September. I don't know why. July through September, big change, which is facilitating a beautiful new beginning, a new path for you. And this path and this beginning is not filled with darkness or people who don't have your best interest at heart, Scorpio. And here we are at the end of the year, October through December, an energy card, and we have courage. So, Scorpio, towards the end of the year, you may have to make a move, make an action, make a decision, make a big change that you're a little bit afraid of, but Spirit is saying, do not fear, have courage, be brave, and you will make this happen. It's like you have nothing to fear at the end of the year with any sort of change that you need to make or decision that you need to make. And it could be, Scorpio, that, you know, you've been in this dark maze for so long that now, you know, look at how perfect that is. It's like, here's this dark maze that you're going through, and then finally, like, here's the exit out, and you're making it out. And as refreshing as that is, it can make you a little unnerved, like, okay, this is too good, what's going to happen next? Is the other shoe going to drop? Like, what am I missing here? And you're not missing anything. Like you, this is cycle and it's card 1. You are truly embarking on a new path, a whole new set of life lessons, everything come mid-year, right after we have the first 2 eclipses of the year. That's like a game changer for you, Scorpio. It's wrapping up all loose ends, like the first half, anything that holds you down, holds you back, especially around connections and relationships, to open you up for this beautiful new adventure, new path forward, major big shift change taking place. And you might get a little nervous, but Spirit's like, no, you've got this, Scorpio. This is exactly what you want, because it's time for sweetness. It's time for harmony and balance. And remember, the birds are speaking to you. So whenever you see feathers, you find feathers, that's a special message from your spirit animal. Okay, the birds are speaking to you big time, and birds are all about flight, right? And being in the air, the consciousness, a higher knowing. So we're going to pull some cards to look specifically at the eclipses, the 4 eclipses that we're having in 2021 and how they are impacting you. We have a Sagittarius full moon, total lunar eclipse on May 26th. And then we have a Gemini new moon, annular eclipse on June 10th. And then we have the Taurus full moon, partial lunar on November 19th, and then the Sagittarius new moon total solar eclipse on December 4th. And that eclipse is definitely wrapping up energy and bringing more new energy into your life. So let's take a look here. So for the first one, we have a level up. So look at that. In May, towards the end of May, the first eclipse, when we see this big shift and change happen, you're leveling up somehow, some way in your life, okay? And that could be job, money, living situation, relationships, okay? It's just like you're finally leveling up. And this coming through as waxing moon energy means there is so much more to build upon this here, this level up. The next eclipse in June, we have some waning moon energy, and this is unfruitful harvest. And this goes back to these 2 cards here, where you're realizing the people in your life that, the relationship is no longer bearing fruit. It no longer offers anything to you. It only takes from you. And it also, you're realizing different connections, the negative energy of them, how they prevent you from reaching your full potential or keep your energy down and drained. So this is like major realization of what holds you down and what holds you back, and finally being able to shift out of that, and that's paired perfectly with the dark thoughts. And then as we come into November, this is first quarter moon energy and trust. And so the level up here, we are building on that. You also have this new beginning and courage towards the end of the year. And so this is saying you've got to trust the beautiful changes and transformations, as vastly different as it may be from what you've known. You've got to trust this path, this journey. It's sweet. It's much better than where you've been. And lastly, Cancer moon energy with heart for the final eclipse of the year. And this is you being happy and content in your heart. This is you laying roots for home, for family, relationships, connections, whether they're friends, romance, or family members. Okay, you are very content and with who your circle is, who is around you, who is in your life. You trust them, and there's a different harmony and flow to your relationships and connections by the end of the year than what you had at the start of the year. And this moves with you, okay? This is meant to go with you for quite some time, because you're starting a whole new cycle, journey, adventure in the middle of the year. So that last eclipse is beautiful for relationships and connections for you guys. So let's pull some tarot and take a look month by month on how things are going for you guys. January, we have Seven of Cups. February is the Fool. March, Ten of Cups. April, Judgment. May is the Queen of Wands. And June is the Queen of Cups. Yeah, look at that. New connections. And I love this with Judgment coming in with this Queen of Wands and this Queen of Cups. Those are soulmates to you, Scorpio. So for the first half of the year, you know, you start with this Seven of Cups, the Fool, and the Ten of Cups. This is you really thinking about the people in your life, the connections in your life, all of them. All right. And some people you want to pull in closer, and other people you want to push away from you. You're having these deep realizations. All right. It's time for a shedding, like this purge, this purification for, you know, what happens the second half of the year. And here it is where you're realizing that. But also, Scorpio, I do see January, February, and March, there are new people coming in to your world. It's like you're going to have a lot of options. Single Scorpios, do not settle, okay? Like you're going to have a lot of choices in 2021 for romance, okay? Better, it looks like to be a better fit. But also with the Fool coming in for February, there is going to be a bit of need to take a risk, to have courage, to jump into the unfamiliar, to go it alone if you have to. It's like whatever emotional connection you know is poison and it's run its course, you're going to really make the decision to let go and move on and walk away from that the first 3 months of the year, okay? And I do feel because there's all these other energies coming in, it makes it a lot easier for you, the transition of that. And then I also see some people, some connections that you've had for a while. Now it's almost like you guys are having a brand new beginning, like turning over a leaf. Something is different, something is changing, and now we're going to grow even closer and lay roots with each other, friends, family, romance. All right. So first 3 months, definitely revolving around relationships and connection for you guys. And then here you come into April, May, and June, and you have Judgment with the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups. And this is telling me a couple different things. You know, this shedding and purging process may, for some of you, may go all the way through to the month of June, all right? With these two queens coming in, this could be two female energies. It doesn't have to be, but I feel there are two strong souls, energies in your life that have really put you through a lot, have taken advantage of you, have not treated you as your worth, have walked all over you, and I feel that you really cared about these people. It's like this could be, I'm feeling for, I keep hearing sisters, so this could be, you know, people that you considered your sisters, all right, or your brothers, okay, because this is a general reading. Like, so this could be like friends that were that close to you, or this could be literal family, but I just keep hearing sisters, like we were sisters. And that just tells me like these people were very, very near and dear to your heart. But after all of this shifting in the consciousness, this natural shedding in the soul to prepare you for this change in the middle of the year, you're coming into a new perspective about these people that you held near and dear to your heart. And you may have shed them early in the year, and now here they are coming back April, May, or June, wanting a reconciliation. And Scorpio, I just don't see you having it. I don't see you having it. You've overcome these relationships and everything they were meant to bring you and teach you, and it's their problem that they are feeling remorseful and sad and regretful for different things they said and did to you to cause this relationship to part ways. So really strong emphasis of relationships the first part of the year, and maybe that's just like the energy that you've been working with. All right. And you've been doing a lot of soul growth through relationships over like the last 3 years, maybe some of you even longer than that. All right. It's just, I'm coinciding that with the shifting of Jupiter and Saturn into Aquarius that happened in December of 2020. And Jupiter will be in Aquarius through 2021 of December, and then Saturn will be in Aquarius all the way until March of 2023. And Aquarius is energy of relationships, of connections, of socializing, of networking, also wish fulfillment. So for you guys, Scorpio, it's like a big cleaning of house emotionally with connections, relationships. And some of you, this is energies that go way back, and it could be connections that you have been severed from for quite some time, but you've felt haunted, trapped, unable to break free, to fully move on, to let go. And the time has come. You're really going to shed a lot of heavy emotional energy and draining relationships, and you're going to see it for what it is. This isn't where these relationships are leaving or you're finally getting over it and it hurts. No, you're finally being liberated. Okay. And this spirit just reminded me of this story. Like I was telling my 20-year-old daughter, I was like, I feel kind of lonely because there is absolutely no romantic relationship from my past that I desire or wish could be again, or any missed opportunity that I think about or that I want. Like there's absolutely nothing. So, when you're single, sometimes it's nice to think about the one that got away or what could have been, but I don't have that. Like I really don't. I did a lot of work to get over unresolved emotional relationships, attachments, issue, all of that. And now I truly am over it. And I don't want anything back. No friend, no romance from the past. Like it's done. It's a closed door. And I see that for you guys here, Scorpio, where what's done and over is finally done and over. And you're closing the doors on all of it because you're changing, you're transforming. You've been working on some really hard life and soul lessons with judgment coming through. And now that you have received all that you were meant to receive from the different people along this journey for these lessons, it's time for you to see the truth, to have the ultimate enlightenment about what each person truly represented for you along your journey. And there's no sadness, there's no pain. And it's because you now will have this wide open space for new connections, or the connections that remain, to grow stronger and deeper than ever before. And this is a whole different vibe of energy. It's time to feel loved. It's time to feel supported. So let's look at the second half of the year. July, we have the King of Swords. August, we have the Page of Cups. September, we have the Six of Wands. October, Five of Pentacles. November, Eight of Pentacles. December, King of Pentacles. Okay, so you have two kings and two queens that have showed up in this whole reading. So definitely a time of relationship focus for Scorpio in 2021. Oh my goodness. I think Libra also had a lot of that energy in their reading. So if you're like a Libra rising or Libra moon, this will probably really resonate for you. Yeah, Scorpio, the second half of the year, here as we go July, August, September, this is where there's a lot of honesty, there's a lot of communication, there are offerings of love, there's sweetness, there's recognition and rewards. So like the first 6 months of the year, you're getting rid of the old and a lot of new energy is coming in and it feels good. And then you come down to July, and you know, the connections in your life are honest, they're truthful, you can count on them. All right, you know that you're being given really good counsel and advice in July. And then in August, this could be a new offer of love or romance. This could also be an apology that somebody's trying to offer you, because I just see you being very assertive and self-empowered in a way that you haven't before, like because the emotions that you know you had for others that could manipulate you at times or have you break down and give in, those emotions aren't present within you anymore. So you're very strong and you're empowered, and you're going to see through the superficiality in a way that you didn't prior to 2021. And so in August, I just see a lot of like emotional offerings to Scorpio. And then in September, this here is like a big reward, a big achievement, a big accomplishment for you, and you feel like you are in the spotlight. In October, I'm a little concerned with that Five of Pentacles. That could be where you feel like you don't have enough, or there's some lackful energy, but we're going to pull more cards to clarify. And then in November, this to me is where you're really focused. You could be starting a new job here for some of you, expanding on like your current skill set. But in November, I see you very focused on a task, on trying to achieve or accomplish something. And then in December, you know, with that King of Pentacles, that could talk about a new person coming into your life, all right? Or that's talking about you and just your accomplishments, where you feel balanced mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and everybody around you, you have this beautiful heart connection with, and it's like you can trust your circle, you can trust who's around you. And I don't feel that that was the case prior to this, because that message just keeps coming in so strong for you guys. And this is a year that's meant for sweetness. The only month that seems like it might be a little funky is October. So let's pull some clarifiers for each month and see what comes out. All right, look at that. We've got another person coming in for January. But with this King of Cups, this could also represent your energy. And this is you realizing how many options you do have, okay? Because this is Seven of Cups is Venus in Scorpio, and then the King of Cups could represent a Scorpio energy. So this is Scorpio really weighing their options, really thinking about things, especially like the people in your life. And also, I do feel that January is bringing in some new connections, some new energy, which helps with this transition for you to let go of the old. So January is very positive for you. You're feeling optimistic. You're feeling like refreshed with this Fool. Yeah. Here you are. We do see this new beginnings, talking more about the second half of the year. But February, for some Scorpios, I do see you starting a new job, okay? Absolutely, with the Fool and the Ten of Pentacles, or, you know, a new connection that comes into your life. In February, this is like a very long-term connection, whether friend, romance, or business, like colleague, co-worker type energy. Like, this is going to be a very long-standing connection and relationship. And also, this is for some Scorpios where I see you embarking on a new journey, a new adventure, shedding the old, and just feeling really positive and optimistic about what's going to come your way. So February, you're feeling good, Scorpio. Yeah, and then March, I feel this is when you really are going to make the final decision to fully distance yourself from some people. Okay, so this could be some arguing and some fighting, but this is more where I see you standing your ground and finally putting your foot down and not giving in. No, I'm sorry, I can't help you. No, I'm sorry, I can't listen to your sob story right now, because these people that you're saying those things to, it's because they haven't had time for you, or they really suck your energy, or they're just flaky and shallow and in and out. And so March looks to be the month that you really sever those ties. Like you're just done. You decide that's the end. I'm over it. And with Judgment, yep, look at that. You've got the star, and the star represents Aquarius in the tarot, and Jupiter and Saturn have moved into Aquarius. So that transit is very powerful for you in a positive way. Starting in April, it's like you are in a much lighter energy because you're out of this maze. You've cut those people out of your life that don't deserve to be there, truly. And it's like wishes are starting to come true. You're feeling good about your path. You're getting signs and synchronicities that you're on the right track. And also with the Judgment and the star, Scorpio, and you know what, Libra also received this exact pairing, but I think it was like more of September. Yeah, it was in September that they got this pairing. But here in April, there could be something that's offered to you that's truly an opportunity of a lifetime. All right, this is a general read, so this new beginning for some of you that's going to take courage could literally be offered to you in April, opposed to the second half of the year. So just know that, like, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, and don't let fear hold you back. Past disappointments or anything, like, this is truly destined for you. It's meant for you. April is a very fated month for Scorpio, just with the way everything is playing out. And then in May, I do feel this is when, you know, somebody you have severed ties with is trying to reconnect with you. And I don't think you're down for it, but I do see that in May, like some reconciliation energy being offered to Scorpio. But also, you know, as this is a general reading, I see this as a new connection coming in, a new sister or brother coming in that, you know, is going to be very honest and truthful. And this relationship will grow very quickly and rapidly, because with this, it's like you guys are soulmates, and you feel that this person feels like a member of your soul tribe. So May, somebody's trying to come back in, and also a new connection coming in that's a soulmate to you. And then here we have Justice with the Queen of Cups. Now, this for June, you could be represented by the Queen of Cups being water energy. This is where I feel karma is served, Scorpio, and it's not negative for you. Like, this is very, very positive. The way events are unfolding for you in June, it's because you are owed this. Like, April and June are very fated months for Scorpio. So just take note of that as things play out. It's like that is very karmic for you, and it looks good. It doesn't look like negative stuff. And also seeing other people reap the seeds from what they have sown, okay, the fruits of that, like of doing you dirty and different things, like you're seeing them also receive their karma. So April and June are very karmic based months for you, but in a positive sense. And for July, we have the King of Swords with the Ten of Swords. And this, to me, you know, tens are endings, and you've cleared this energy. So by July, your mind is very clear about the different people that you cut out, didn't let back in. And I feel like you are, by July, you finally see them for who and what they truly were, and like how much they really didn't have your back, you know, because when we really care about somebody, whether it's a friend, a family member, a romantic partner, different things they do, we, in a sense, we do view it through a rose-colored lens, and we do make excuses and justifications for the people that we love, and we do tend to, be much more forgiving, right? Well, by July, the different people that you've cut out, you're going to see them for what they were and realize how screwed up some of the things that they did truly were at the time when you were going through it. Yeah, you were not happy about it, but you didn't realize just how effed up it was. And now that you're healed and you've cleared that energy, and there's this opportunity that's been offered to you, you're ready to just leave all that behind, and you don't want any of that back. Like that story at the beginning that Spirit brought to me about my own journey, like, you don't want any of it back, Scorpio. You are over it. You are healed 100% by July. Like these Ten of Swords of all this different stuff prior to 2021, like you're done. You're clearing it. And that's also probably what this new beginning is talking about, where you are totally putting down the Ten of Swords and everything that it represented for you. Okay, you've received all the lessons that were to receive. With the Page of Cups, we have the World. So in August, you have another really awesome opportunity coming your way. This could be an unexpected trip that's offered to Scorpio. This could be where you're, on a trip, on a vacation, on a business trip, and you meet somebody. It could be romantic, or it could be a new friend. Okay, any sort of new connection that comes to you in August. This is a relationship that's meant to go with you for a very, very long time, starting with the Page, ending with the World, whether it's a friend or it's a romance. Okay, this is supposed to be a very long-standing relationship, but I do see meeting like a new connection on a trip. Some of you, this is a vacation being offered to you, and for others of you, this is talking about the new energy. Here we are, we're done with this Ten of Swords, any sort of dishonesty with relationships, and now we are on a new path, a new venture, starting at the Page with all the connections coming in, where this is real, this is true, it's sweetness, Scorpio, it's sweetness. And with the Six of Wands, we have the Two of Cups. So this is you feeling really good in all your relationships and your connections in September, where you do feel loved, you feel recognized, you feel honored, you feel supported. In the workplace, some of you are receiving a promotion, okay, or some unexpected award or recognition for really going above and beyond, or you just being the rock star that you are. So August is all about reward and recognition from Scorpio, from people, whether that be in the workplace, your romance, your family, your friends. It's like people around you really recognizing you for who and what you are. And also, Scorpio, in August, somebody could come in and really help you out and support you, and help you get ahead, help you stand out somehow, some way. A lot of support for Scorpio in August. And so let's see what September is about. All right, so September, we are feeling blocked from abundance of some kind. This could be abundance of money. And it's interesting, this shift, because here you are feeling on top of the world, okay? August, September, like everything going really good. But in October, it's like there's something that just feels off. And out of all of the months, Scorpio, October is really the only month that looks kind of heavy and hairy. You're good with everything that's going on, but in October, it's like there's some sort of rejection, some sort of door closing, something where you're feeling very blocked and restricted from. And Spirit says you've got to trust this, because remember, you also got this right here, this eclipse that's saying you've got to trust. So whatever you are blocked from, feeling there's a lack of in October. Trust that, okay? You've got to trust that, because if a door closes or a door won't open for you, there is great purpose in that. All right, so in November, because look, so what's denied you in October, it's because in November, here is what you truly, truly want. You go, what you were reaching for or hoping for or wanting in October is really Five of Pentacles and Two of Swords. What comes in November is Eight of Pentacles and Ace of Swords. So this is a much better energy. So just remember that what's denied you or blocked from you in October, it's because there is way better opportunity in November. Also, November is a much better time for communication. So October, just with that energy, it's not a good month to spend money. It's not a good month to make plans. It's just like kind of like Mercury retrograde energy where things just feel off, things feel out of balance. If we try to have deep conversations, it's like miscommunication is going to happen. So November is a much better time for conversations, for starting new things, for speaking truth, or what was denied you in October is now going to come in November, but much, much better. Okay, so just keep that in perspective, you know, when you're going through that in October. And now in December, with this Knight of Pentacles, we have the Strength card. And this to me, again, is just talking about how stable and secure your relationships and connections truly are, which is a much different vibe than at the beginning of the year. So Scorpio, you're really aligning to some soul tribe members, and it looks like, you know, with these two tens, the Ten of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, and you got Justice and Judgment both showing up in your read, you are really wrapping up some heavy lessons that you were working on with Capricorn and Pluto as they were in Capricorn, and now Saturn. Did I say Capricorn and Pluto? Saturn and Pluto while they were in Capricorn. You were working on a lot of heavy stuff, and now that transition, you know, as Saturn and Jupiter move into Aquarius and then Pluto will follow, it's a different energy. It's a total energy shift for you, and it's time for better relationships in your life. It's time for more stability in your life. And some of you with this King of Pentacles and this Ten of Pentacles, like, there's going to be a lot of job, career, money growth and advancement for Scorpio in 2021. A much, much better year. But this is just talking about like your stability, your money, your relationships being very, very solid as you end the year, Scorpio. And we also see that with the heart of the Cancer energy. So April and June, very faded months for you. I do feel that about August as well, just because we have the world here. Like April and June and August, like very faded months. And then October is a month where we're being blocked or restricted, but it's for great purpose because there's better coming. But ultimately, Scorpio, you're shedding the toxic, the draining, the vampires, the shallow, the superficial, the untrue, the backstabbers. You're shedding those relationships and the wounds of those relationships, and you're coming into some really nice new connections and deeper connections that are soul, that you can trust, that you can count on. And I see travel happening in August for some of you as well, but money looking much better for you guys. And you know, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. And we got that courage and that strength. So let's pull 3 more cards. I feel like there's something being offered to you at the end of the year there that's making you a little like nervous, like, oh, can I do this? Should I do this? All right, so we got the 3 of Wands, the 9 of Wands, and the 3 of Cups. Okay. You are going to, at the end of the year, Scorpio, you're going to want to embark on a new adventure or take on a new task or project, Okay, it's something that you've been wanting, and it's like the energy is finally right for this, but the amount of time, energy, effort, resources that it will take may deter you a little bit. But Spirit's like, no, go with it, follow it through, because it's going to lead to a very happy outcome, very happy ending. So at the end of the year, with something coming to you, something being offered, or you wanting to embark on a brand new adventure of sorts, do it. Don't let anything hold you back from it. You're gonna have success in that, okay? It's just gonna take a little bit of courage, bravery, and strength. So let's pull an angel message for you guys for 2021. And remember, you know, angels also speak to you through the birds and through feathers. So very strong connection with the angels in 2021 as well, Scorpio. All right, what do we have? Okay, well, I grabbed two, so you get two. We have prayer, and this says, Dear guardian angel, help me to dissolve past guilt or regret. Help me to see that all is always in perfect and divine order. Help me to let go of the fear that I project on my future. Help me to live fully within each precious moment and feel your eternal love with me and around me. Help me to realize and fulfill my true potential. Thank you. Yes. Scorpio, it's time for prayers to come true in 2021, and the angels want you to know that. And next we have oneness, and it says, someone you dearly miss is forever present in your heart. Remember, dearest one, that even though there has been a physical parting, spiritually those we love never leave us. Creation is eternal. Nothing is ever truly missing, for all is interconnected and ultimately one. And you're realizing that, and you know that might be why you're able to finally let some of these people go, is because you have that recognition of, even though in the physical the personality and persona in which you are is no longer compatible with mine, we will always be connected at the soul, and perhaps another lifetime we will experience each other again. All right, so those are your messages, Scorpio. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care.